yung kapwa kong Lee Kwan Yoew Fellow, this can be our joint, really our joint contribution to the national economy because Singapore wants to buy carbon credits, but the government has to come up with a mechanism to do so. Now, while they're doing that, yung 114, kasama na ang UP, alam na natin ang ating yaman. Ito meron tayo. Paano natin ibebenta ang ating pangangalaga ng ating makiling forest? O paano yan sa Los Baños? Paano natin papangalagaan yan? O ang ating mga karagatan sa Miagao, sa Iloilo, paano natin papangalagaan yan? Talking about UP, yan ang ano. Or even the remaining forests in Diliman. Ito ang value niyan. Maari natin ibenta ito sa Singapore government or may korporasyon na emitter siya, gusto niyang bilhin ito. Ito available tayo. Kung mabagal ang gobyerno, mauna na tayong mga SUCs, kayong SUCs. And the three of us here, and I'm sure all our colleagues, would be more than happy to help you in this. I'm very passionate about this because it's a low-lying fruit for income. Kikitain ng gobyerno. And they specifically told me, it doesn't have to be G2G all the time. It can be private corporations. It can be SUCs solo kung ayaw ng iba. We do not have to rely on the national government. So, I would request my alma mater to take the lead. With all due respect, of course, even another SUC can take the lead. I would request the UPRI. I'll give you all my contacts in Singapore and even access to the Minister of Sustainability, Grace Fu, and the Deputy Prime Minister I met with, and the Minister of Foreign Affairs, who said, we're just waiting for the Philippines to tell us what's available. And Singapore will buy the credits from the Philippines. Yes. I would like to hear a response from PASOK, Dr. Tirso, and President Jimenez. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. We really admire Senator Lawrence's advocacy. We learned about that during our meeting, I think, last week. And I must tell you, our SUCs already have programs on protecting our forest covers in different areas in Luzon. We have universities in Far North and even universities in the South. Our programs on sustainable development goals, I think, focus on those areas. But I think the carbon credit specifically, when that will be done scientifically, will add to the existing programs of our SDGs in our SUCs. So, Madam Chair, we are really willing to expand our existing programs and activities on these areas. Our SUCs now, I must also inform the good committee, participates in Times Higher Education's impact ranking, where sustainable development goal is one of the big theme or a big pillar. I think with your proper guidance, we can have more. We are very interested on carbon credit, and not only to give higher points on SDG, but really to give credit to protecting our environment. So maybe we'll be getting direction from our office so that our SUCs can align all our programs in this thematic area.
Moving forward, we will invite the experts from the Ministry of Sustainability and Trade from Singapore to come to meet with all the SUCs. But before that, please give us a biodiversity mapping already of what resources are available in the respective state universities and colleges so that we don't start only when they come here or when they tell us what they need. I'm sure alam na ninyo ilang hektarya kayo, ilang forest ninyo, anong wildlife ninyo, ano yung mangroves, alam na natin yan lahat.
We'll be working with your focal person po so that we can have initial data. We will profile our SUCs to align with your programs po. We will.
Yes.
Just to join in.
Sure.
Yesterday, I spoke with the president of Tawi-Tawi State University.
Okay.
Ang kanilang land area, tama ba ma'am? And kung dito siya, 1,000 hectares.
Ah,
No, so, and I think
Punta tayo.
many of our SUCs have thousands of hectares of land. No? So, ang Singapore kasi, sinasabi ng Singapore, to achieve net zero, they have to buy credits.
yes.
Problema, wala silang lugar na pwedeng mag-tree planting.
Yes.
So, Philippines meron naman.
Kaya nga
So,
dito ng credit.
so the concept here is to use the unutilized land of the SUCs to sell credits. So the SUCs make money, they can earn from the unutilized land by selling carbon credits to
Correct. How it is.
Singapore.
Thank you. To yan. Kaya nga, exciting ito. Talagang magiging independent kayo in terms of resources. Dadami ang inyong resources. It's income. It will be your own income. Lalo na yung malalaking lupain na may mga forests. Okay?
Marami pong issues Madam Chair, na talagang hundreds or thousands ang hectare weight.
Yes.
We will, I think, profile it and submit our offer.
Yun. I-profile na po ninyo. Oo. Yes. I'm told that UP Los Baños signed a MOA already with Marubeni to develop a joint carbon credit program aimed at protecting and increasing the forest. So I'd like to know the status. Later, maybe when we go to the UP, so you can prepare your answer. So, good.
We can answer now.
You can tell us now.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you, President Chichi.
That's with Marubeni Corporation. We're leading that. It's basically for carbon credit, just to be able to have a value of because we have 25,000 land grants. And the other one, Mr. Chair, is the natural resources accounting of the West Philippine Sea and other coastal areas. We're leading it as well. We have partners already, the Palawan State University, the Ramon Magsaysay State University as well, and many other government agencies, especially the DNR. We are already doing something along that line of the law that you mentioned. And we would be very happy to just continue it by initiating this with a larger group based on that law that you mentioned. The other thing, just very recently, is that we have a campaign in the University of the Philippines. We developed what we call a GINA app, Grow Indigenous and Native Trees. And we're using artificial intelligence to plot their growth, not just their growth, but their continuing, we are encouraging students to plant native trees, and we will put biomarkers or markers on them to plot their growth. As a matter of fact, in UP Diliman, for example, UPLB, we have native tree tours wherein volunteers can tour any visitor to identify the native tree, give it scientific name, give its local name, and it's getting very popular. So some of those things, UP Visayas as well is already involved, because UP Visayas, especially in Miagao, is we are positioning it as our premier marine and archipelagic and oceanic university as well, and they are into the new PINCAS law and natural capital accounting already. But we can have a more thorough discussion with this with our scientists and administrators involved. Mr.
Because I thank you for that, President Jujol, because I know and I hope that DNR and the Singapore government's negotiations are ongoing or underway, because they should sign it before we chair ASEAN next year. Dapat. Sayang naman yung opportunity. Pumirma na ang Vietnam at saka Thailand. Nauna na naman. Nauna tayong linapitan tungkol dito. Okay. I go to lifelong learning and skills future. Again, I cite Singapore. Their Skills Future program transformed education into a lifelong continuum where citizens of all ages can reskill, upskill through modular courses and industry-recognized training. Maybe your micro credit programs with industry, not only for the youth, but even for those who are elderly. It ensures that education is not confined to a degree but remains accessible throughout one's career to keep pace with technological and economic challenge. So our SUCs, with their wide regional presence, could also play a similar role in delivering lifelong education opportunities. My question is, what role can our SUCs play in building a Philippine version of Skills Future, making education not just a degree but a lifelong service to citizens? What courses are offered for this, not just for the youths of our country, but those who aspire for lifelong learning? Thank you.
Madam Chair, FASO, I think 2 years back, had initial meeting with Singapore Polytechnic on the implementation of that Skills Future. And there was initial programs laid out, and you are correct, I think it's not only the youth, it spans through ages. And our SUCs can be a good engine to implement that. Maybe when, upon your guidance on that, on what specific areas, because our SUCs, we have around 500 campuses we have only 113 SUCs, but we have 500 campuses all throughout the country. And I think we can sort the needs of every region so that our SUCs can focus on what specific niche program can they focus so that we can respond. Siguro, iba naman ang pangangailangan ng mga nasa North. What lifelong learning we can provide in the North? What lifelong learning we can provide in the South? So we can sort, we can propel our in different regions, Madam Chair, in that direction. Okay.
So you can give us your wish list for career development for teachers for lifelong learning so that we can develop the curriculum for this. And the chair, I'm sure, would support. I would like at the proper time to make an amendment so that there could be career development. We can bring them, let's say, to Nanyang University or to the Polytechnic University in Singapore for a 3-4 day visit. We can put the SICA or the congressional insertion through either pwedeng through DAP, and then DAP usually implements those programs with other universities and colleges. Parang fellowship, but this time, so yung Lee Kwan Yoew Fellow na 2 senador, nag-give back. At yung amendment natin, pupunduhan natin, yung biyahe nila, SUC President's Officers, kung sinong gusto nila i-nominate, doon naman sa Singapore, na ang mag-aayos ng programa for career development for teachers, and practitioners will be the Lee Kwan Yoew Fellow Secretariat. Dahil nakilala naman natin si chairman ng Lee Kwan Yoew Fellowship, di ba? So giving back, para hindi lang tayong tumanggap ng learning, stop na. Sinare natin sa kanila, sila naman pupunta ron. Kung agree ka. Oo, yun. Maganda yun. Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Teacher training, Mr. Chair, isa na lang. Teacher training and professional development. Singapore's education system and has placed a strong emphasis on teacher quality, establishing dedicated institutes like National Institute of Education, NIE, and professional networks such as the Academy of Singapore Teachers, continuous upgrading and leadership training, and exposure to new pedagogies and industries integral to their system. And this ensures that teachers are not only prepared academically, they're not just competent academically, but also globally informed, innovative, and attuned to the latest innovations. So I'd like to know, are we moving in this direction with our SUCs? How are we ensuring that continuous development of our faculty, not only in teaching quality, not only academically, but also in industry exposure, in innovation and technology, even arts and culture and the creative industries, para holistic ang ating pag-develop sa ating mga teachers. Thank you.
Actually, Madam Chair, on the faculty development program of our SUCs, one of the requirements even on accreditation of our programs is on the proof of faculty development, whether short-term or medium-term or long-term. Our SUCs now have even immersion with the industries. We have policies, maybe not all of us, but a number of our SUCs have policies on how we can immerse even our faculty in these industries. But there must be some cautions because before faculty are getting employed by this company upon taking short courses. Now, the training of our faculty is thematic. We have training for sciences, training for engineering, training for medicine. That is our evolving programs. And we are now required even by our accrediting bodies and even by CHED to submit faculty development program. And even CHED is funding, not only CHED, even DOST. There are a number of good programs on faculty development that our faculty availed. And I think with what you have shared, we can even align some of our programs so that those existing in Singapore, I think more on the short courses or short term. Kasi parang ngayon, kukunti ng faculty ang naglo-long term, Madam Chair. Palaging short term. So I think what you shared, I think will be a complement to what our existing programs are in our SUCs.
If you give me the time, it can go on and on till forever. But I will yield to the chair. Thank you for your patience because we're all interested in this anyway, and Senator Bam is also here to give him the time for, and I will go to